afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Duncan Showroom, episode 107 of the Eugene and Billy Show. Special guest. Yes. Whoa, how you doing?
I know. Well, what?
What?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah,
I know.
Okay, I'm just kicking in here with the spring and all that.
Yes.
And all the hummingbirds and the bees and the spiders and
You feel the sap
the
running
flies.
to your toes?
the sap. You called me a name?
No. I don't think that's politically correct, but oh well. His sap is running.
The sap is running. Yeah, everything's going okay.
Did you hear that introduction just before the show? Freight Train, which apparently Eugene Smith released and was on the radio. Or did you release it, or did Terry Jacks?
Terry Jacks did, yeah.
And tell us that story. Go ahead and retell that story.
Well,
that's a good story.
It was, I recorded, how many tunes? I think it was 6 tunes with Terry produced back in the 70s when I first moved out here.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the tunes was he wanted to do Freight Train because he had heard me do it.
Right.
And so anyways, he recorded it, all the songs, and then I just happened to be back in Ontario when he had released the songs across Canada.
Nice.
And it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, I think, or something. I was in a cab, and and the cabbie had the radio on, and all of a sudden that song came on the radio.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm just sitting in the back going, that's me, and I'm just yelling, that's me singing the song, and this car pulled up beside us, and I'm screaming at them, put on CKY or whatever station it was, I'm on the radio, I'm on the radio. And the guy's looking out the car window, he's looking at this nut going crazy in the back seat, trying to figure out what I was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
But it was pretty exciting, to hear yourself on the radio like that.
Be a great feeling.
Yeah.
Now, 6 songs. Why 6? That's not quite an album.
Well, that's all he wanted to do. And
then just release them as singles or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's what he did. And on the other side was your favorite song.
Right. Piece of Wood. And where did you record with him? Where was the studio?
It was a studio in someplace in Vancouver. We're talking. You're asking me to remember the studio. It's not. I hope you're not asking me.
Not really, unless you do. Yeah.
But it was in the 70s.
Right.
It was like 49 years ago.
My Lord.
And
when you were out here living in Port Hope.
No, Port Moody.
That's what I thought. Port Moody. Where the heck is Port Hope? I don't know.
It's in Ontario.
It's in Ontario. He never lived there. That's right.
Yeah, so I was in Port Moody at the time, and Terry heard me. Actually, it was a keyboard player that he knew that had heard me doing some of my original materials because I had been started writing songs more then, and
right.
And he mentioned me to Terry, and so then Terry called me up one day, and I answered the phone, and I said, hello, and he said, this is Terry Jacks. I went, who?
Uh-oh. Off to a running start.
He says, you may not have heard of me. I went,
really?
Well, and I didn't know who he was at the time.
You didn't know that, sir, before Seasons in the Sun?
Well, Seasons in the Sun had been out, but I didn't pay much attention to it at the time. I had heard it.
Yeah.
So anyways, he came down to a club I was playing at and listened to my set, and then he picked out some songs and we recorded them. Yeah.
Oh,
Paul Horn is on one of the is playing on a Piece of Wood actually.
Oh, the famous saxophonist.
Yeah. The flutist.
That's what I meant to say. That's right. The famous flautist.
Are you on drugs or something?
I think I am. I was coming out to the truck and I lost my way, and it was kind of one of those Alice in Wonderland things,
Oh, yeah.
Now I don't know where I am.
That's okay. Yeah,
That's
so
right.
anyways, that was, And I still keep in touch with Terry. He's,
good. How's his health?
Well, he seems to be doing okay. Like, it's kind of hard when you have operation after operation and you're that sick, but he's still with us, and I think he's trying to put out his a new album that he's put together.
Oh, that's amazing. Is he still up on Haida?
Somewhere up there.
Somewhere up the west north.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You're good at keeping up with your old friends, keeping in touch with Green and.
Well,
people that
now,
you knew.
see, you must be reading my
I
mind, Billy.
thought I was, yeah.
Oh my God! Because I was just talking. No, I didn't talk to him. I texted him because I had told him I was going to do Harmony the last
he
show,
loves that
and I
one.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I texted him today and told him that I was going to try and do Harmony on the show.
Well, that's great.
And he texted me back and went, "Cool."
Wouldn't that be awesome? Graham, if you're out there, I'm glad you're tuning in, man. We appreciate you and your career.
Yeah. So anyways, well, I try to, try and keep in touch with some of the people that have become really well-known household names with their careers in the entertainment business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good man.
But,
All right. Well, are you going to actually play it?
No.
Oh, my God. Poor Graham. He's out there on the internet. What a pill, as my mother would say. You're such a pill.
Yeah, so this is Graham's favorite. He loves this song. It's called Harmony. So here we go. One sunny day, a little man did appear, about the size of a dime. He said, "I can tell you the secret of life if you spare me the time." He pulled up a stool, then he sat down, slapped his knee once or twice. He looked up at me with a twinkle in his eye, said, "Here's the secret of life. Well, it's harmony. 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 That's the secret to life, my friend." Yeah. Now, he said a bird couldn't fly if it didn't have no wings. Wagon couldn't roll without wheels. If it weren't for the clouds, there'd be no rain. The crops would dry up in the field. The sun and the moon and the stars up above all have their parts to play. Just so you can wake in the early morning, say, "Oh, what a glorious day." 'Cause it's harmony. 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 Oh, that's the secret to life, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. Now he said the world is going to come to an end if you people down here didn't change. You just can't go on the way that you are. Expect things to remain the same. The long hair, the short hair, the young and the old must get along to exist. And if I'm singing this song anywhere, upon one thing I must insist, and that's harmony. Harmony. Yeah. Harmony. Oh, that's the secret to life, my friend. That's the secret to life, my friend. Yeah, that's the secret to life, my friend. Oh, right.
Lovely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And Graham thanks you. Nice.
From the kitchen, just for you.
From the kitchen for you. Well, I had a wonder about you this week because you were in recovery from your Queen's gig. How did you feel afterwards? That was a heck of
that was so much
output
fun.
of energy. Well, you did great, man. It was like rock and roll to the 10th degree.
That was so much. They love me there. They said, "We love you, Eugene."
I bet you slept well after that one.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun, and we're together again on July 7th here at the City Hall for 39 days.
Eugene and the White Boys.
Eugene and the White Boys, and we have Thomas Kinzo playing with us this time.
Piano and sax, or just
Piano and sax.
Oh my God, that's a big band.
That's going to be huge.
That's going to be ripping, man. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. July the
7th.
Nice. That'll be a great night in Duncan, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
So,
well,
the Queens was great. I like going there and playing because they get up and dance and just have a great time that way. That's what they're there for.
And me and Leanie and the Ladysmith contingent,
Yeah.
Great time, didn't we? It was lovely. Huh. Well, before we bring our esteemed guest on, I think you've never got to experience the Wheel of Fortune, so I think it's your turn.
What?
Yep, that's right.
No.
Don't worry. It'll be all right. Oh, yellow. Oh.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
Tie,
Okay. What's that?
Tie a yellow ribbon around the
yellow
wood.
ribbon. Right. How old were you? No. Well, you're not a man who often talks about such things, but is there anything that truly scares you?
Scares me? Not a lot of things. I don't like spiders all that much.
Spiders. We didn't know that. Put that for the hotel room, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should keep quiet about that one.
We'll forget. Beanie will remember.
No, is there anything I'm afraid of? Not too much,
Not really?
Next question.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, our esteemed guest, all the way from Parksville, Gerry Barnum. Keep the show moving. All right. We didn't want to fall into a lull there. All right.
Yeah, really.
I thought you'd get something spicy like red or greens. All right.
Oh,
There he is. All
here
right.
he comes.
Oh, good day, sir. How are you? Oh, sorry, a little premature. There he is.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. You are our most popular guest because you already have people commenting. Catherine Mustafa, looking forward to hearing Gerry.
All right.
And she also says Terry Jacks lived across the street from me in Vancouver. So that's a pretty exciting connection. Lonesome Don Wilkie, one of our favorite guests as well. Nice song, Eugene. Good to hear from you, Don.
Thank you.
And Gerry, did I get that right? You are in Parksville with your lovely partner?
North Nanaimo.
North, that's almost close.
These days. Yes.
Right, good. So you're in the nice area in between where it's neither this nor
closer to
that.
Lantzville, so
Oh, I like that area, yeah.
yeah. So Nanaimoites don't accept us.
No,
really.
nor would you
You're not
want to be
really
part of
in
that.
Nanaimo.
And where were you actually born?
I was born at a young age in Nanaimo.
In Nanaimo. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I don't remember it, but
Yeah.
apparently my
Apparently.
mom tells me.
Right?
Yeah, all my brothers. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm one of 5.
Oh my gosh, that's a big family. All boys.
Yeah.
Oh, that must
My
have been a
poor mom.
busy household.
She
Yeah.
had, she had to develop a pretty strong backhand
Oh yeah, you would.
early in her career as mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine all the fighting and the noise and the
Yeah.
holy moly.
She probably thought at one time, well, I want to be surrounded by men.
Right.
So
Yeah,
Would
got
you ever
married
think
and there
that?
we were.
got her wish.
Oh.
All horde. Yeah.
What age were you when you started playing music?
Ah, gosh. Probably, I would say, probably about maybe 12. Something
Really
like that.
nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Inspired by my father when I was very young. It's the only time I saw him play
Mm-hmm.
harmonica, actually.
yeah.
And it was only that one time.
Yeah.
And he was sitting in his sofa chair, and there's an ashtray with the cigarettes in it, and I was
Right.
watching sort of
Mhm.
mesmerized by the
Yeah.
smoke curling up towards the ceiling.
Right.
And he started playing this harmonica, and I've never heard anything like that
Wow.
to this day. And it
Wow.
just that was it. And of course, I never played anything
Yeah.
until a decade or more later.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think that was just a real impressionable
Mhm.
moment.
And it wasn't something you
Totally.
normally would have done, like
No,
just out of the
I
blue.
never heard him play it again.
Wow, isn't that
Yeah.
weird?
Yeah, it was just that one time. I don't even know where that harp came from.
Right.
Later on, after he retired, he picked up violin.
Oh, good.
Apparently, before he got married, he always had his violin with him.
Yeah.
He would play at dances
Oh,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, and he worked in the ranches up in the Caribou and stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Apparently, always had his violin with him,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
so
A lot of cowboy and fiddle music up in that
I
area.
guess there was some DNA involved with
Sure. Yeah.
my
Huh.
love of music and
Right.
the
Mhm.
gift of music. There's one picture of my dad and his brothers.
Yeah.
It was pre-marriage and everything, and they all had these
Great.
instruments, right?
Yeah.
Accordion, guitar, and
Yeah.
so I guess I got passed
Yeah.
along. in
Family
some
entertainment.
way. Yeah.
Huh. Well, what's the first song you brought to share with us today?
Well, you know what? I've got. This is an impression.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to Muddy Waters on the way here, so I thought I could play some blues, I guess.
Nice.
Night spills spoonful of coffee. Night spills spoonful of tea. Just a little spoon of your precious love, good enough for me. Some people are lying about it now. Some people are crying about it now. Some people are dying for just a little bit, good God now. Everything's a line about it now. Night spilled spoonful of diamonds. Night spilled spoonful of gold. Just a little spoon of your precious love, satisfy my soul. Some people are lying about it now. Some people are crying about it. Some people are dying for just a little bit. Everything's a line about it now. Spoon that, spoonful, spoon that, spoonful, spoon that, spoonful, spoon that, spoonful. Could be a spoonful of water raised from the burning sand. Could be a shot from a 45 kept it from another man. People are lying about it now. Some people are crying about it now. Some people are dying for just a little bit. Good God, now everything's a line about it now. Spoon it, spoon it, spoonful, spoon it, spoonful. Everything's a line about, everything's a line about, everything's a line about that spoonful. Some people crying for a little bit, but it's dying for just a little bit.
Whoa, nice. Lovely. Oh, well
Yeah,
done. Well
kind
done.
of like that. Comes out a little different each time.
Lovely style. And let's do a gear rundown, for gosh sakes. I know Don's listening. He'll be interested. He's also a wonderful acoustic blues and original player. How do you set up your guitar?
Well, that was in a dadgad tuning.
Dadgad. It was Dad. I was going to guess G, but it's in open D.
I had that stomp board a little hot in that.
A little hot. So you're
Trying
running.
to tread lightly there. That left leg didn't want to kind of
Getting
go.
excited? Gene does that too.
Pull it back, buddy.
So your acoustic guitar goes through the pedals and
Usually
the
there's
amp?
someone crouching behind.
Some
and
going-
They just like. Yeah, no. Sorry, go ahead.
So is your acoustic going through the pedals or just through the amp?
It's going through this little pedal board here.
What's working with acoustic guitar there? What kind
Basically,
of pedals?
there's this tone deck. It's called. It's Fishman. Got a bit of verb in there and a preamp in it,
Right.
and a tremolo there that works.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I use rarely.
Yeah.
There's a little boost if I want to bring up the volume a little bit for a solo or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I can do that, and you can set the level of the boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, this little delay pedal has followed me since, somebody was checking out my rig one day and goes, "Oh, delay vintage, eh?" And I bought it new, but
I'm
I
vintage.
guess it is now. But yeah, I had that since I was a teenager, which was well
wow.
over 10 years ago.
10 years ago at least.
Yeah. Yeah, and a little EQ that if I want to kind of get a little bit more oomph out of the
Yeah.
bottom end, I can just hit this EQ pedal, which
Yeah.
is basically set flat except for the very lowest frequency.
Right.
Just a little boost, There's this octave pedal in here that you can't kind of hear it, but it's there just
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fatten it up. Just playing solo, I've
Mhm.
always wanted to have a little bit more that bottom end,
Yeah.
to kind of
Yeah.
carry it a little bit.
Right.
So, yeah, so that's it, and then it just goes into this little Bose.
The Bose. No, I love the tone. I mean, you've got
Here.
such a great bottom end on it, and the high end's bright, and
good.
there's like the volume to it, that you get.
Yeah, this is kind of just my plug-and-play guitar, which is,
Mhm.
I was doing a little tour over to Europe, and I didn't want to take my my beloved, which I
You
call
didn't?
the Mrs. It's
Right.
an old
Ooh.
mid-30s Gibson acoustic
Ooh.
that I've played since,
But to put it
I
on
was-
an airplane, no.
Yeah, I couldn't replace that. So
No.
I picked up this and I've been beating the shit out of it ever since.
Was this a miniature Martin as well?
It's
Or
not
no?
really miniature.
It's a
an
3 7/8?
OM1E.
Oh.
So yeah, you can just.
Who
got a
else
little
was
bit
playing
of,
the 7/8
EQ, so
scale, Beans? That was recent.
What's that?
It's like a 7/8 scale or something, and slightly narrower. Oh.
I'm not
Maybe
sure
not.
about that. It's just there's the D ones, the
Right.
dreadnoughts is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you see a lot.
Yeah.
D18, D28, D35s. This is a little just smaller, which I like the smaller body guitar.
Yes. Yeah.
Not like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
Don't
Well,
have
you've
long
got a
arms,
lot
so-
of solo miles, so I'm sure you've been working on the whole, like the overall tone and everything, right? You got to.
Yeah, well, I started to do the harmonica thing probably as a result of that, wanting to sound a little bit more,
Yeah.
it to sound a little bigger.
Yeah.
Eugene would know about that, the tongue blocking thing, right? So it's
Right.
rather, to kind of, and then I was playing with a fiddle player for many years. We had a band, and it was kind of, he took the sort of the zydeco. I was trying to get that sort of like a squeeze box sound,
yeah.
So that's why I started doing that tongue blocking, and then just playing solo. It just fattens the sound up a
That's
little
great,
bit. I thought,
A lot of work. And before we go to your second song, can you show us the stomp board? Would that come off the floor easily? Because it's an unusual.
yeah.
It looks like a mahogany cutting board with some kind of interesting mic on
It's
it.
a bit of a charcuterie thing.
Can you see that, Ted?
It's an Australian company called, and I don't know what they're called, but this is called the Wazinator.
Wazinator, nice.
And it's very interesting how this came into my possession. It was through a friend of mine. Sadly, a dearly departed friend recently. So I'm going to use this and play on at his celebration of life on June 1st, actually.
Right.
And so I'll be happy to have a little
Yeah.
bit of my buddy Blair
Yeah,
with
yeah.
me. And
Huh.
from now on, really,
Yeah.
he's my left-hand man
Yeah, he is now.
on the Wazinator. Yeah, he bought this thing and just said, I'm not using it, might have
Yeah.
it. So
Oh, it's
and
great.
it happened
It's
to be the one
portable,
that I really
smaller.
liked of all the ones I was sort of, researching.
Yeah.
This one just got
Yeah.
a natural
It's good,
thump
isn't it? Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
Sorry, is
Sounds
that
like the old
hot
wood floor.
still up there, is that okay? Okay.
Huh.
Awesome. Yeah, I did turn it down a little bit. Yeah, so that's the story of the
Well,
Wazinator.
thank you for doing the rundown. We'll look into our. We got Frank Zima. Oh, I don't know that name. Hey, Frank. What's your second selection?
Okay, I got a tune here, sure, that I would like to do. It's I've done a few versions of this song, which makes me think that it means something to me. So I've got like 3 different arrangements. The first one I recorded was more of a band kind of a vibe,
Yeah.
But and I recorded it on a slide and ended up playing it live, kind of like this. I was playing a gig up in Prince Rupert. I'd do my Prince tour, what I called it, start in Prince Rupert and get to Prince George and all points in between.
Nice.
And I was playing this song one night, and there was a minister at the show, and he goes, during the intermission, he goes, "I know what I'm going to preach about tomorrow." All right, nice to be an influence, man.
Yeah, really.
And
The devil's music.
yeah, it's called "Got the Love Inside."
Nice story.
When I was a young boy, I was sitting on my daddy's knee. I said, when you're gone, when you're gone, when you're gone, where's your love gonna be? Where's your love gonna be? No, he took my hand, and he whispered soft and true. You got the love inside, all my love, boy. Love's inside you. Now my daddy gone, daddy gone, daddy gone. Well, I can still see him looking at me as I look into my daddy's eyes. I can feel the love in me. I know it's true. Got the love inside, all my love, boy. Love's inside you. sometimes in the night, when the darkness has her arms around me so tight. Love seems so far away. Just might pray for the light of day. Now I hear a voice calling me, like it's way down, way down, way down, way down inside of me, and it feels so soft as the first daylight. I know everything's gonna be alright. You got the love inside, oh my love boy, love's inside you. Yeah, when I was a young boy, I was sitting on my daddy's knee. I said, when you're gone, when you're gone, when you're gone, where's your love gonna be? Where's your love gonna be? Oh, he took my hand, and he whispered, yes, he whispered, soft and true. Got my love inside, oh my love boy, yeah, love's inside you. You got the love inside, oh my love boy, love's inside of you. He said, what you gonna do with the love inside? Yeah, with the love inside of you. You got the keys, boy. Take it out for a long ride. Take it out for a long, long ride. Love inside. Got the love inside of you, boy. Cross my heart.
Oh, man, I love that one. Oh, thank you. That has a great feel to it.
A
Oh,
tender
Lord.
hoedown, really.
Tender hoedown. It's definitely country blues mountain music. It's just got a wonderful feel to it. And when did you write that one?
Oh, gosh. I
It was
think it was probably, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe
That's okay. That's not really a
2010,
fair
maybe
question.
something like that.
2010?
I did put on an album, and I've done
Oh,
a
good.
couple versions, and like I say,
Nice.
this is version 3 that just keeps morphing, because
Right.
you know, maybe I'm lazy about writing lyrics, but
Right.
it just like, I don't know, the lyrics speak to me still, you know, and it was originally inspired by a little pencil sketch that my
Yes.
brother had found in a trash can in a hostel over in Europe.
Right.
I was just a kid then. I wrote it much earlier than I recorded it. But anyways, here was this little urchin and sitting on, you know, picture
Yeah.
this little urchin kid sitting on his dad's knee looking up, you know, and I thought,
Right.
I wonder what he's at, wonder what he's
Mhm.
thinking, right? So I came up with this, you know, when you're
Right.
gone, where's
Yeah.
your love gonna be?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Great story.
And,
It's a great story.
So yeah, and I realized, you know, quite a bit later that I was probably writing that about my own father.
right.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's kind of stuck to me. Yeah, I can still see him looking at me.
That's a good way to get
Yeah.
next to a thing that's so close to you, is to start out through another avenue and, as you say, come back with your
Yeah,
parents.
so yeah, especially
It's
if,
kinda-
you know, early in the writing, you know, not career, but the process. You know, you don't want to get that naked that soon, maybe. You know, so it's nice to write in a third person or second, whatever. You know, but you know, as time goes on, it's just like, hey, well, this is, you know, who I am. This is what the song is, and I'm not hiding behind anything really.
No.
So
great tune.
Do you find that you put the chords and the rhythm, or do you get the lyrics first? Or
you know what? Mostly some rhythmic thing, and that'll carry me through the process of the lyrics. Keeps me interested. Usually, it's the rhythm.
Yeah, that's what happens with
the
me.
chord changes or something that is evocative, and then that will carry me through that process. Once in a while, it's the lyrics first.
Yeah.
Actually, writing. It's the second commission I think I've ever had in my life, and there was a very famous fellow in the city of Parksville, which was once a town when I grew up in it, and his name was Flying Phil. And just a real fixture in Parksville. I think every town has it, you know, a super eccentric, John being
Longevity John type of character.
Yeah, you know.
Hello.
When you're young, you're weird, and when you're a little older, you're eccentric, and it's cool.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, this guy, you know, I think he was, probably like mentally challenged. But anyway, he was like a 6'6", size 14, 10-year-old, kind of. That was it. But he was beloved, you know, and he became like an unofficial ambassador to Parksville. And he was named Mr. Parksville at one time. So anyways, he passed away just a couple years ago, and I was approached by, there's this like fan club, and they said, we'd like you to be involved with something. We want to pay tribute. You know, they were knocking around the idea of having a statue. At one time they said, well, we don't want to, there might be, some other people that thought someone else was more worthy of a statue, But I still think that'd be great. But it was a lot of dough. We're talking $100,000 or something to commission a.
Right.
So they got off cheap by asking me to
Get the
do
song,
a song.
I could give you $10,000.
But I kind of grew up with him. He lived on the same street as me with his mom, and I'd see him walking up Pioneer Crescent, and so long history. So I was really happy to. But anyway, that was lyrics first,
Lyrics first. What happens with me sometimes is I'll get all the chord changes and the rhythm, and then I sit there and I go, well, what am I going to write about?
Right. Yeah.
What am I going to sing about? What do I want to, and I'll sit there sometimes it goes on for days and days, and I still can't figure out what I.
And then you go, thank God for instrumentals. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you remember when instrumentals were number one hits on the hit parade, and Ventures and Dwayne Eddy and all those
Green Onions. What was that?
Average White Dad.
Popcorn.
Booker T and the MGs.
Yeah.
Yanni.
Joey D and the Starlighters. I'm dating myself
You're
now.
dating yourself. Well, I should mention before we move on, hold it. We made mention of our host, Longevity John. We wanted in no way to infer that he was weird or mentally challenged, but he is a unique individual and definitely eccentric. Have you seen my wiener? That's the kind of thing you find around this. You see that, Gerry?
That's funny that wiener thing, Oscar Mayer wiener, has come up in conversation with strangers lately.
Right.
I don't know why, but I went, the Oscar Mayer wiener car?
Oh, the car, the Wienermobile.
I was in it.
No way.
They did a cruise up from California to Parksville, BC. They're hitting the, I guess, grocery stores and that, promoting or whatever.
Great.
I went, oh my God, there's a car?
I gotta get in there.
Yeah, so I went inside, looked around.
Nice.
Get any free hot dogs?
What's that?
Get any free hot dogs?
No, I didn't want one of them, but. Do you make a veggie dog?
A veggie dog. Before we carry on, this is a very special note here from Sarah M. Wood.
Hey, Sarah M. Wood, my beloved wife.
His beloved wife, a lovely and talented woman. Sarah says, hey, Bill, The first time I met my husband, Gerry Barnum, was at a coffee house in Couch Station. That would have been the Couch and Folk Guild, where they used to hold it. And where I opened, Sarah opened, and then you played, me, myself, and then Gerry, followed by Eugene. In June
Holy
1990, the four of us. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
So you were maybe the feature, or you were both the feature, or somebody was the feature, and it's an open stage. Thank you for reminding us
Wow.
about that, Sarah. That's
Right.
amazing.
Thanks for reminding me. I still don't remember, but thanks. For,
I remember
Do you?
this guy
Yeah,
sitting
That guy.
beside me.
right.
It's like, as a harmonica player, it's like you're, get the ears to the
Yeah.
to the ground kind of thing of other people and how they interpret harmonica, and it was like, dun 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 dun. What is that song? Dun, dun, dun,
William
dun,
Tell
dun, dun.
Overture.
William Tell Overture, and he's playing it on the harmonica, and I'm going. To this day, I gotta get lessons from Eugene. But it was just so cool, and he ended up leaving the building and then coming back, and this whole theatrical kind of delivery of. Which was like, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm good, the harmonica, hang on for dear life. And he's like walking outside, and it was like,
Smooth
yeah,
as
it was a
butter.
very cool event. That was my first experience hearing you.
Well, I have trouble sitting still,
Right? So this is our reunion, really.
It is
Yeah,
really from
well, that's amazing,
1999
yeah.
to
Our
now.
debut reunion.
26 years later. Well, Gerry, such a special treat to have you, and thank you
Yeah.
for sharing your music.
Well, thank you for having me. I got a couple of misfires of lining up this episode.
Yeah.
Right, that's
And,
okay.
yeah, glad it came together.
So are we. Thank you for coming.
Awesome.
So if you just give me a shuffle in C, that would be okay. Well, good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Well, good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Well, come back in 2 weeks and we'll play you some more. Go on, Billy.
Well, good night, everybody.
All right.
Hope you enjoyed this show. Yeah, good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this show. It was a treat to have Gerry Barnum, and in 2 weeks, we're gonna bring you some more. Yeah.
Your turn, Jerry. Come on now.
I've been playing this guitar in the little office I got in an industrial park lately. But I can only make sound after dark. But I come on down to the Duncan Showroom, and it's like a walk in the park. Very strange park. But I love it.
Well, good night, everybody. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Well, good night, everybody.
A good night, everybody.
Well, good night, everybody.
Oh, good night, everybody.
Well, come on back next week, and we'll play you some more.
Yeah, thank you all. Gerry Barnum.
Good night, everybody.
We
Thanks so
just
much.
found a dating secret here. I got to share this with you. Sarah goes, it was the event where Gerry needed someone to hold his harmonica
Oh, I
for
left
his
it.
song My
I
My
left the harp
Hometown.
racks at home.
Oh my God, what a way to being a pretty girl. Sarah, would you hold my harmonica? Great to have you, sir, and we hope to see you again soon. Have a great summer.
Thank you.
Thanks from
My
Eugene
pleasure.
and Billy and Dr. Reverend Ted Cadillac and Longevity John, Longevity Faulkner. We'll see you in 2 weeks with
John Wade.
John Wade and a special mystery
and a
guest.
Special mystery
That's
guest.
right.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Gerry. We'll see you soon. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody. Well, that was a rockin' good night, everybody. I love that. Well done.
Leisure, have some. You're amazing.
When I was just a youngster, the Pied Piper was one of my heroes. Elders scorned him, but children adored him. He was real folk. Well, he flew too long, yeah, yeah, on his flute all day long. When the rodents hit the town, he just smiled, said no problem. He was just a man doing what he could. Drove them rats to the sea with just a piece of wood. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put it up. Somewhere along the line, I heard me a woman named Joan of Arc. Well, they condemned her to death. They said she was a witch, a demon of the dark. She led her armies into battle, yeah, because of visions they won. Just as quickly as it had begun. She was just a woman doing what she could. A saint was born with a flame and a piece of wood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Put it up, put it up. Youngster, the Pied Piper was one of my heroes.